I'm gonna talk about failure today. Actually train the failure, because you probably heard you need to train your failure, you need to do this, but like how do we actually do that? So let's cue the videos. The first type of failure is technical failure, which is when we cannot move the weight anymore without starting to cheat, okay? And he's gonna demonstrate this to us right here. This failure is very good for the types of exercise like squats, bent over rows, where there's a lot of technical complexity. Basically where you load the spine, right? Like you can see this weight is hanging on the spine. So we don't want to fucking break that in half, so we don't exert ourselves too much and risk it. So, as you can see, he's moving, but he's not breaking any technique. He's still staying in that bit of movement, like not moving his back too much, just doing the rows, okay? He's just doing his rows. And once you see that he can't move the weight anymore without cheating, he'll stop the set. So that's the first type of failure. The second type of failure is what we call absolute failure. This is where even if you start cheating, and unless you make it a whole new exercise, basically, you can't move the weight anymore. And this is good for basically things like bicep curls and even dips. As you can see, this is an example because there's no real risk here. Like we're not gonna break any spines for sure. We gotta be careful about our shoulders, but like there's nothing too risky here, no bracing, nothing complex. So you could just basically push as crazy as you want, like this guy over here. He's just exerting himself as he should. And this is what a 1 rep for failure looks like. And this is what failure looks like. Even if you try pushing, you can't push anymore. He decides fuck it, he's gonna do another rep. Don't worry about that. Like here you can see he's cheating by not actually moving all the way down. So that's how you know we actually reached absolute failure. In general, you'll know you're getting close to failure when you can see that you're slowly starting to like, you can't move as fast anymore. Like no matter how much you exert yourself, like you push, but you're not, you can't move the weight that fast. It gets slower and slower until you can't move it anymore. What this is good for is basically we don't want like to get to failure every time, but you probably want to be like 1 rep or 2 reps, which as you can see, like you'll still be really slow at those ranges. So don't take this lightly. Like you don't need to go failure. You still need to get close to failure. And before I go, touch grass, dumbass.